Hi, friends. Thanks for joining us. Do us a huge favor. Smash that subscribe button. Hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow, helps us get the word out. Benny, where can they find us on social media?
Yeah, you can find us at Ray Benny Sports. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Check us out also on Reddit and Discord. And don't forget, leave us a rating on your favorite podcast provider.
And thank you to our show sponsor, Fahrenheit Airbrushing. Stand out on the ice, pavement, field, or in the stands with a custom airbrushed helmet, goalie mask, or any type of project. Local Manitoba business with affordable solutions. Check out Fahrenheit Airbrushing on Facebook or call them at 204-891-7431.
And don't forget to tell them that Ray and Benny sent you.
Let's go right into it. Winnipeg Blue Bombers getting by with a walk-off. Field goal against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Not their full starting lineup. 17-16. What's one word you'd use to describe the Bomber win?
Puzzling. Playoffs are clinched, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. But it was puzzling from the play calling, which we saw the lack of Brady Oliveira again in the second half, especially in that third quarter. Yep. Bombers couldn't score again in that third quarter. I know they got the field goal, I think, because of the turnover, right? The amount of shots downfield again. And then on top of that, Zach's decision-making on a bunch of these throws. Again, turnover right before half again. And that was a sneak. That was the 3rd and 2 sneak. And that play call is mind-boggling or puzzling, I guess. I should stick with that as well. Zach's interception late when they were finally in the red, not in the red zone, but they were in Saskatchewan's zone for a field goal. And instead of dumping it off to Brady, he went downfield. I think it was to Stearns, who was like in triple coverage, and another interception there. So to me, this whole game was puzzling. The Saskatchewan was almost handing it to the Bombers by switching, Jake Mayer to start. Then they went to their third string. I can't even remember his name right now. Stuff like that. It's just like, it was all there. It was all there for the Bombers to come away with an easier victory. But it did not work out that way.
Drew Tate, Dustin Crum, Nick Arbuckle are among many backup QBs that the Bombers have historically had issues with. So Jake Meyer has experience. I was not taking this one for granted, although the score I thought would be much larger. But my word is insecure as a fan. Look, I've come to the point where I've accepted that I will have no clue what team is going to show up on game day. All I know for sure is that maybe 5-6 times a game, I will be wondering and maybe swearing at what kind of game plan Jason Hogan is executing or not executing. I don't get it. 1 touchdown against a team with second stringers and in some cases, third stringers. And again, the defense did their job. 169 yards net offense, 1 touchdown. Like, we've seen this Mario Anderson guy play before. He's not a slouch. 7 carries for 5 yards. The Bombers were dependent on Sergio Castillo and Jameson Sheehan playing well. That I think they had 1 good return for 50-something yards. Special teams, again, didn't allow Saskatchewan to flip the field or get closer where they can get easy 3 points, because that could have been the end of it. Yes, what it comes down to, they won the game and they're in the playoffs with a little help from the outside, but I'm not confident, so I'm insecure.
Well, I mean, look at the touchdown that the defense gave up. I mean, the first kickoff fumbled by Vavel, right? And then that flea flicker. Unfortunately, I mean, Houston probably could have played that better. I mean, the whole D probably could have played that better. But that's a touchdown they gave up, right? And that was the only touchdown they gave up, is it not? Right? The rest were field goals. So, you mean they held Saskatchewan even with the 2 interceptions? Yeah, the defense did their job. And then Vavel got better as the game went on, and he gave the Bombers opportunity in that second half. They started with the ball 3 times at midfield, 3 straight drives, which they didn't give the ball to Brady once until I think the last one where he got them into range, right? But other than that, again, it's just like you're trusting Zach, who's having not the greatest game. The old line was struggling as well. That pass rush from Saskatchewan is getting through, and you're relying too much on that pass, and you know, it almost, you know, cost them in the end. But yeah, the defense played well. Special teams after that fumble, you know, had a very strong game, and luckily the Bombers were able to pull this out.
What statistic tells the story of the game? The Bombers were 0 for 3 in the red zone. 0 TDs when they hit the red zone. Like, first off, they have the second least amount of red zone trips in the CFL with 41, only ahead of Edmonton. And they probably would have been behind Edmonton if Edmonton started Fajardo. 16% of Bomber drives end up as touchdowns, third worst in the CFL. When they are 20 yards and in, they have to score a touchdown. And again, some people can say it's all about execution, like with the Strevler play. Why are you putting him in the position of an option play where he has to pass it? Those have not been successful all year long, except for game 1. That made no sense. He had a guy wide open in the middle of the end zone, and he throws it out of bounds because he panics. Like, again, that's play calling for me, but that's a statistic. You're in the red zone 3 times and you don't get a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's been often, right? And to me, in that sense, that play, I would leave Zach in there if you're going to throw that ball. Like if you're on the 1, even on the 2, yeah, sure, put Strevler in, right? But anything other than that, and if it's going to be a pass play, leave Zach in, man. He's the better passer here. He knows where to look, and he knows where to find guys. Struggling or not, Zach would know where to look, right? So, like, yeah. So, I mean, we go back to play calling. Even the corner route by Tui there was just like, what are you doing? Like you're trusting. But anyways, go back to that. My stat is the 3-1. That's again the turnovers, and again where almost the Bombers cost themselves in this game. I mean, the fumble again off the kickoff led to a Saskatchewan touchdown. The interception before half led to, again, a field goal for Saskatchewan instead of Bomber points. And then late in that, I guess at this point was the fourth quarter, when Zach had them in field goal range and he went downfield instead of a short dump off to Brady, which again cost them points because you're in Castillo range at that point, right? So there's 3 turnovers that ended up costing the Bombers points, and 10 points for Saskatchewan off of turnovers. So again, the Bombers have been shooting themselves in the foot all season long, especially the one before half. I don't understand this one. How many times before half have they turned it over? Sorry, the turnover before half was the sneak, not an interception. So, yeah, it's just frustrating to watch.
Third and 2,
third
and two, and you're gonna go head down. Are you serious?
That's where I'd almost throw the option pass kind of thing, right? If you're gonna do it. But
again,
yeah,
brilliant call. Brilliant call. What is your number 1 takeaway from the game?
I feel like Winnipeg's not coming into these games prepared. You know, it's different from the years past when the Bombers were dominating games and winning a lot of games. And even last year, they struggled, but in that stretch of winning 8 games or whatever it was, you know, they were dialed in. But this year, it's like you got that Hamilton game where they are firing on all cylinders and you're thinking, okay, they've turned things around. Now you've had the last 2 games with Edmonton and this Saskatchewan game. It's like, what are they doing all week? You know, what's the game plan here? Why are we not using Brady Oliveira, your best player, on offense at all? Like in that stretch in that third quarter, I think he touched it once. You know, and then they gave it to him that last drive almost, and he got enough yards to get him into field goal range and put this game away and kill the clock. It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm not sure what they're doing during the week to prepare themselves for these games.
Well, like it's a Mike O'Shea team, so they have to be doing the work. It's just situationally, this guy who's calling the plays is wrong at least half the time.
Well, that's the thing. Like, what's Jarius Jackson doing? Is Jarius Jackson just the QB coach and nothing else? No consulting, no nothing. Like, it's just all the Hogan show and that's it.
That's crazy.
You know, like we talked about Younger, he has Richie Hall. He had Richie Hall last year to lean on.
Yeah.
Does Hogan not have that with Jarius Jackson? You know, is Jarius Jackson just, hey, you're the QB coach and that's it? You think he needs someone to lean on in certain situations and to say, hey, that's not the right play call here. Save that for this time. Let's do this one. You know.
Jarius Jackson's putting the ball in Brady Oliveira's hands 25 times a game. This
Oh,
is
for
based
sure.
on what happened in Edmonton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying.
I think we're all putting the ball in Brady Oliver's hands 25 times a game.
Ridiculous. Rookie OC. Man.
And you know, it sucks because we're all over Hogan, for this stuff. Like you say, he's a rookie OC. Probably shouldn't have been in this situation in the first place. The whole hiring of the OC, we've talked about it, was always weird. And it seems like they almost just settled at some point.
Despite all this, my number one takeaway is that the Bombers do have a chance to win because of their defense. Not a deep playoff run. If I have to put all my money on something, it won't be that statement. But like that Hamilton game was it was such a tease. It was such a tease.
It seems so long ago too.
Right? Like, was that 3 weeks ago only?
Well, yeah, four, I guess, because of the bye week in there too, right? So
Like,
four-ish.
crazy. Like, if they could put something like that together, and I don't know how that happened that week. I can't figure. I have to probably go watch that game and see what happened exactly. Like, was Hamilton that bad?
It has to be. I mean, how else do you put up that kind of points and everything against a team who's first in the East? And I know they're
Jeez.
flawed.
So is it Hamilton? Were they that bad, or is Saskatchewan's backups that good? Crazy. What's the best matchup for Winnipeg in the first round of the playoffs? I'm gonna go Stamps. Since week 14, when they lost to the Elks, they have been up and down. The defense hasn't been as dominant. They let Justin Rankin go nuts, like I think for over 150. So that's a main thing too for the Bombers. They have a horrible run defense. Not horrible, not a very good run defense. So out of Calgary, BC, and Montreal, they let 105 yards, which is the worst of the three. So I'm going for Calgary, and hopefully Bombers run with the ball.
It's tough with Calgary. I know the Bombers haven't played them since early in the season, but just the way Calgary dominated Winnipeg in those three games, right? It's like, again, we go back to it. I don't know if it was the Adam Big Hill factor or what, but they seemed like they had intel in how the Bombers were going to do things. So they still worry me. I take Hamilton, and I know there's probably a less chance of them getting Hamilton, especially if, I mean, Hamilton get Ottawa to finish off the season, right? You're looking at me like that. Hamilton can still finish second here, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought I was going crazy here for a second. I saw those looks and I'm like, oh shit. It's a very outside chance, right? Because I can't see Hamilton losing to Ottawa.
I don't see anyone losing to Ottawa ever.
Yeah, exactly. So if they did, Hamilton would probably be their best bet. They've played Hamilton decent. We obviously seen them blow out Hamilton a couple weeks ago. I know you're all now on the road going into Hamilton, but I think if they get Montreal, they're probably not winning that game. Not probably. There's a 99.9% chance they're not winning that game.
No.
Calgary will be tough for me, but yeah, if I go for a second one, it would have to be Calgary.
Calgary.
I don't think you want to play BC at this point because they're just rolling.
No, man.
And playing them inside a dome is not going to help.
No, we're not going to BC. Forget that garbage. I hate that. Thoughts on the MGK halftime show?
Yeah, you know what? It's not my cup of tea, but I'm not going to this game for the halftime show. You know, I was going hoping that the Bombers would be in it, but I'll enjoy it either way. For me, as long as this attracts more eyeballs to the TV screens and someone who wasn't going to watch this game will watch it because MGK is singing or rapping or whatever he does, kind of thing.
Yep.
Either way, people would complain no matter who it was and who it was going to be. The only problem for me was that they waited so long to make this announcement and finalize it. But other than that, hey, man, as long as it's a good show, I'm okay with it.
I think it's a great choice. I think it's going to be a wicked live show. Like, this guy just went on a sold out stadium and arena tour. He just released an album that hit like number 4 on billboards. That's his 7th album to be in the top 10 of the Billboard 200. That's pretty damn good. But again, of course, they announced it late. But they got to take advantage of this. And it's just not about, it is a lot about ratings on game time and getting that ad revenue up for future CFL negotiations with TSN/CTV. But this guy has a huge following online as well. Like this guy has 9 million subscribers plus on YouTube. He has 9 million plus followers on Instagrams, which I go on his page and there is nothing about Grey Cup. They should be already collaborating with this guy for him to post online about the Grey Cup coming up because it's in the middle of a tour that he's doing. So again, on a marketing level, it just seems like they're not doing any. They announced it and now they're not. They should be like a daily thing now online.
Yeah.
And they got to be thinking about YouTube hits and online, taking advantage of this online opportunity to gain some younger eyes. Like, come on, stop being irrelevant in marketing. Because this is not about getting new ticket buyers or new season ticket young folks. That's not going to happen off of a concert that's like half an hour. That's not the deal. Like, this is about getting new eyes to the game and hopefully maybe cracking the American market as well. But don't believe that this is going to bring any kind of season ticket bumps in any of the cities.
That's the biggest thing, right? Get those eyes on the game at halftime, and hopefully those eyes stick around and watch the second half. And the second half's an entertaining game of football. And then you get people sticking around next season going, "Hey, that was a great football game." But like you say, market this. That's the problem. Start marketing. There should be posts every day. Get MGK to start social media team also posting this, right? Get that American following to get eyes on this game. Because like you say, this is not bringing anyone into the stadium. Right. And the game is close to being sold out. So, hey, if it gets 500 more people in, that's great. But this is all about the eyeballs on TV at this point. And they have to do a better job and make sure they capitalize it. Don't just announce it now and just say, okay, we're done.
No, that's exactly what I just said, man. They're wasting the opportunity here. It's ridiculous.
But that's what, like you say, that's the CFL, man. Every marketing opportunity that they have to grow this game is lost.
Ridiculous.
Hey, I just hope it's a good show. Both game
it'll be a good show. It'll be a good show, I'm sure. Will I remember it? Is the real question.
Hopefully it's not too cold.
I will not remember it. I'm already saying that now. Jeez. What's your number one takeaway from CFL Week 20?
You know, last year or maybe even earlier this year when we were talking about QB play and how the CFL was now set up to probably have their best crop of QBs in a long time. The QB play has been shaky, right? Watching this. Cody Fajardo in the biggest game of his season ends up throwing 4 interceptions. Dustin Crum is in there, not doing a great job. The Argos depth I know you're on your third stringer at that point, not very good. We watched Zach Collaros play. Even Jake Mayer in this game, he did some decent things, but he still wasn't putting up the yardage in that game. So to me, the QB play from the CFL, which I thought was turning a corner last year, has reverted back to not possibly having enough talent. You got guys like Nathan Rourke, obviously, and Davis Alexander, who are head and shoulders right now above the rest of these guys in the league.
Yeah, that's not a very good crop. Also injuries.
That too, but yeah, Drew the backup Brown situation is not good
on his ass all the time. Davis Alexander even misses some games. Like Trevor Harris, did he get hurt this year? Or did he just drop?
He had a concussion, I think, for at least a game or two.
Did he miss he played banjo, didn't he?
Yeah, but he missed something. He missed the game at least. I mean, look at the hits that Zach Laros was taking even on Friday night, right? He took some pretty heavy hits.
Talk about shaky.
Oof. Yeah.
My number one takeaway from Week 20 is BC and Montreal are on a collision course to meet in the Grey Cup. And it'll probably be the best matchup that the CFL fans can ask for. Of course, I'm cheering for the Bombers to make it there. I will be there. So I'd love to be bringing that cowbell for the Bombers because I'm not going to bring it for any of those other teams. But that's a matchup I'd like to see as a CFL fan. Like both of these teams are on a 5-game winning streak. The only other team that has a 2-game winning streak is Calgary right now, right? Yeah, Calgary with 2. They both have enough firepower on offense. They can go touchdown to touchdown with each other. And their defenses, both are top 3 total yards in the CFL, top 2 in sacks. Both QBs are 1 TED QBR. Like that would be a crazy matchup. So I think they're just on a collision course. I can't see them being stopped by anybody, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think the only thing for BC would be having to go through the cold weather of Saskatchewan and Rourke, who knows, depending on that weather, how it is, right? Harris is probably better equipped to play in a colder weather game than Rourke at this point because we haven't seen that yet from Rourke. But I mean, obviously, I could be totally wrong here too. But yeah, I don't think anyone's stopping them. They're just the BC is rolling, and then like you say, the defense has turned a corner. Right, 4 interceptions there against the Elks on the weekend, and it's just it probably is the best matchup for the Grey Cup, but that doesn't always happen.
I'm not that concerned about Nathan Rourke being in the cold this year.
Yeah, I mean, he's feeling it. So
this dude running for 70-yard touchdowns. Get out of here.
That's crazy.
Get out of here. He has a second. He is tied now with Brady Oliveira for 20+ yard runs with 7. That was crazy. Ooh, Benny, do you have anything to say to our friends?
You know what? Just thanks a lot for listening. And just a heads up, we do have a giveaway that we're going to be doing for some Bomber books. Check out, keep an eye out on our social media pages because we're going to announce that soon and have that giveaway hopefully by the Grey Cup. So yeah, keep an eye on that and have a good week.
That's a good prize pack right there.
Yeah, I'll post something soon what the books are.
Nice. And don't forget to visit our friends at Fahrenheit Airbrushing on Facebook. And in the words of Ed Whalen, because I am still in Calgary.
1 more week?
Yeah. In the meantime, in between time, that's it. Another edition of Ray and Benny Talk Sports. Do you hear that there might be a rumor, or there is a rumor that started about Winnipeg being a Heritage Classic?
Oh, really? For this season?
For next season?
Oh, okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what's the probability that you go to this one, the second one?
I guess I kind of want to check one out, but maybe a 7.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be about a 7.58.
It depends what the ticket cost would be, really. I haven't heard a lot of good things from people about the last one.
Yeah. Well, maybe
right? Because they sat out there forever because of the sun and everything, and you're dressed a certain way for the time and everything, and all of a sudden now it's dark, you're cold, right? So
well, they got a plan for that. They got a plan. Bring layers, gosh darn.
Yeah, but you thought, okay, it's a 3:00 game. It's done by 6. It'll still be warm, and then all of a sudden it's 6 to 9 game or whatever the hell it was.
That's true. You don't want that happening.
Once that sun goes down, it's a different story right now, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, friends and neighbors, don't forget to check us out online on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at Ray Benny Sports. And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. Leave a like, leave a comment, tell us what you think.